ciao, ciao! How you doing, Svima? What's going on? To turn from a rainy day into a sunny day. The sun's out now. It was just raining here in Novi Sad, Serbia. Looking out my office window at Trb Slobode and thinking about the Serbian election. Wow, we've got it coming up soon, the presidential election here in Serbia. One funny thing, you know, if you're from the USA, already they're talking about 2020, you know, the people who are going to run in 2020. It's a never-ending cycle of elections in the USA. Some of the elections here go overboard, but this one here, the presidential election is on April 2nd. That's coming up. Today is March 6th, and they just recently got into this spin and the heat of this thing here in Serbia. As you know, Tomislav Nikolic, he just served one term, a 5-year term here in Serbia, and he's not seeking re-election. Actually, he wanted to, but Aleksandar Vučić, who's the main political guy here in this whole country, the prime minister, the premier of Serbia, he is not endorsing Nikolic to run again. So we've got some interesting candidates running for Serbian president. But before I get to that, I'm going to the USA on Thursday. Okay, I got to fly out of Belgrade at 6 in the morning. And I'm going to Boston, I'm going all over the Cape Cod, that's that part of Massachusetts that looks like an arm. I'm going to Nantucket Island, I'm going to Martha's Vineyard. I gotta find some housing for some of our students. But I'm so pissed off again today. Guess what happened on Facebook? Once again, I'm blocked. People reported me for something, and I'm blocked from Facebook for another 3 days. I'll tell you what the blocking was. Bullshit stuff, man. I think a lot of these Serbian neighbors are against me. They read my blog post that I just wrote about Serbia called, I forget even what it was called. World Media Against Serbia. But I think this is what happens. People get so pissed off, these neighbors, that they look for any little thing I say, they report me, and they get me blocked. They did that to the Serbian map I posted, and they did it to this. I posted something on Facebook. It was an article. And it says, European Union, Americans need visa, maybe needs visa to visit European Union. European Union's mad at the United States because we're not letting Bulgarians, Polish people, Croats, and some other folks have visa waiver, which means they can come to the USA whenever they want to. Polish folks, I don't know if I said that, but we're not allowing them visa-free entry in the USA. There's 5 countries. And so the European Union's angry, and they said, well, we're just going to start having Americans have visas, and we've never had to have visas here, of course. Same as Serbians here in the Schengen zone, you don't need it. But I posted that, and I put feeling pissed off. One of my friends is a Bulgarian, Alexandrov is his name. Great guy, he's a friend of mine. And he said, he laughed, and he said, ha ha ha, the Bulgarians did this to you. And so underneath it, a comment, I put, fucking Bulgarians, if you wouldn't stay illegally in my country, you wouldn't have to worry about not being allowed in. Joke! For fuck's sakes, it's a joke. On my personal page, talking to a friend, and now I'm blocked for 3 days. Last block was for 48 hours. This is for 3 days. And instead if I get a couple more, I'm out. Unbelievable, man. It's bullshit how they can do that and attack me for piddly things. I see so many horrible things said, calling me names. People sending me messages calling me names, death threats and stuff. And look what happens to me. Poor old Charles, huh? Anyway, let's get back to the Serbian elections before I get angry. Some of the key candidates that you're going to see on the ballot, pre-polling and everything says Vučić is going to win. I mean, that's what everything says. But in the USA, we had the same thing. It said Hillary Clinton was going to win. And you know what happened? She didn't. So here it says Aleksandar Vučić, Srpska napredna stranka, Serbian Forward Party is the favorite to win. He's going from prime minister to president. The other candidates, the well-known candidates, the Serbians and everybody's heard of, Vuk Jeremić. Vuk Jeremić is an independent. He's running as an independent candidate. He was a big wheel in the United Nations. He had a very prestigious position in the United Nations. He's running. Vojislav Šešelj, everybody's favorite Serbian radical. It was funny, something about Vojislav Šešelj. They showed the other day, there was a lady from Belgium speaking about the European Union integration, and Vojislav Šešelj and the radicals and Sasha Obradović and a lot of those. He's also running, or Boško Obradović from the Dveri party. It's another right party. But they were pounding and saying, Russia, no Europe, we want Russia, something like that. It was funny the whole time she was talking. But Vojislav Šešelj, radical party's running. Boško Obradović from Dveri party's running. Sasha Radulović, a guy I respect, from Dosta je bilo, which means enough is enough. He's running. Sasha Jankovic, he's another independent that's running. He was like the ombudsman, I forget even how you say that. Now you say it ombudsman, something like that. It's like the guy of the people. Kind of confused. Write in the comments, explain that to me. And somebody else who I support, only because I don't get involved in your politics, folks. Relax. I don't say anything because I don't want anybody to see my videos and then deny my visa and everything for here. But a lady that's running, Daniela Srimac. I know her. Zdravo gospođo. Srećno on your run for president of Serbia. I have her phone number in my phone, so I want her to win, okay? So just because that would help me get a red passport, possibly. Let me show you some of these candidates, just in case you're interested. Let's take a peek. Wanna? That is Miss Srimac right there. Oh my God, forgive me. Let's see here. That is Daniela Srimac. She is from the United States. She's a Serbian, of course, but she was president of the Serbian, kako se kaže, the Serbian Institute in Washington, D.C. That's her, beautiful young lady. She's a woman that's running for this, and they've never had a woman before run, I guess. The other candidates we've got here, here's some of the big ones. We've got this is Mr. Aleksandar Vučić of Srpska napredna stranka, the current prime minister. He's the favorite to win. They're saying it's really not even a contest, unfortunately. But how it works in Serbia, April 2nd is the election. They will if they have a runoff, if a couple candidates are tied or something like they had with back 5 years ago with Tomislav Nikolic and Boris Tadic, they had a runoff. So they had to run again, those two candidates. So if they do that, it's on April 16th. But you've got Vučić, who's the favorite. Vuk Jeremić, he's the gentleman I was talking about that used to have a high position in the UN. Sasha Jankovic, he's the ombudsman. A bunch of my friends are voting for him, they've told me. Vojislav Šešelj, the Serbian radical gentleman. Boško Obradović, he's a young man, head of Dveri. And this guy I like, Sasha Radulović from Dosta je bilo. Anyway, my friends, that's it. Excited to see what happens here in Serbia during the election. Go Virginia.